Our series of interviews with Butte County Public Health about living with COVID-19 and the Omicron variant. I'm happy to welcome back Lisa Almaguer to the show to talk about vaccination after COVID-19 infection. Thanks for being with us, Lisa.
Thank you, Linda.
How soon can you or should you get vaccinated or boosted after you've been infected?
So after you've been infected, you can get vaccinated as soon as your symptoms have resolved and if you've met the criteria to end isolation. And just as a reminder, if you test positive, you need to isolate for 10 days from the day of the test or the start of your symptoms. You can end isolation after 5 days if you test negative and have no symptoms on the 5th day of isolation.
So you don't have to have a negative test, though, before you get vaccinated, just be symptom-free?
Vaccination does not require proof of a negative test. You just need to meet the criteria of your symptoms being resolved and meeting the criteria for isolation, whether that's 5 or 10 days based on your symptoms.
But it's different if you've had the monoclonal antibodies or convalescent plasma, right?
Correct. The recommendation there is to wait 90 days before getting vaccinated if you've received any of those COVID-19 treatments.
I do know some people who've had COVID-19 and seem to think that, they're immune because of it. What do we want people to know about that?
Well, there is some level of immunity initially, but it's still uncertain how durable and how reliable natural immunity is. We know that reinfection is possible, and there is data that shows unvaccinated adults are twice as likely to get COVID again, a second time, than those who get vaccinated after recovery.
So obviously still recommending that vaccination or booster even if you've had it recently. What about our current situation in the Omicron surge in Butte County?
So the current Omicron surge is starting to decline in other parts of the state, and that might give folks in Butte County a false sense of security. Butte County generally lags a few weeks behind the rest of the state, and so we've seen this with previous surges. Cases and hospitalizations are still very much on the rise compared to the rest of the state.
And finally, on the subject of testing, I know more testing sites are becoming available.
Correct. Yes. The state-sponsored testing site OptumServe, we already have one location in Chico. A second location is opening in Oroville next week at the Feather River Tribal Health. That's going to be open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Free testing, open to the public.
All right. Lisa Almaguer from Butte County Public Health, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Linda.
And you can find this information and more by visiting our COVID-19 webpage at actionnewsnow.com.